London Uncovered, as we are moving on to a new episode, and today we are talking about Safer Internet Day, protecting children online. We've always been told it's better to be safe than sorry. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Safety first, safety second, and safety all the time. So how safe is the internet for children? Research shows that 41% of parents with a child between the ages of 8 and 18 don't use parental controls on devices like smartphones or tablets. Meanwhile, 39% of children aged 12 to 18 know at least some of their parents' PIN numbers from their smartphones or passwords from social media accounts. It was also found that online sex predators are grooming growing number of young children to abuse themselves on camera, with cases up to 1,000% since the pandemic, investigators found. The Internet Watch Foundation saw a 1,000% increase in the number of web pages showing sexual abuse images and self-recorded videos for children aged 7 to 10. The group said lockdown allowed abusers more access to grooming or trick victims as they were online to learn from home or socialize. Experts suggest these steps to protect a child's privacy. Check your social media privacy settings. Make sure to set parental control. Understand the potential of privacy and the risk you are putting your child into and the online possible dangers. Make sure your child is aware of internet data privacy and how to keep the device secure. Remind your child of the risk of free public Wi-Fi networks. Remind them also that it's hard to remove content online regularly. Check to see what your kids are doing online. And think about what you have posted online about your child, because unknowingly, parents can reveal personal information about their children, such as the school they attend or places they visit a lot. And most importantly, let your child know that you're always there to listen. And don't forget the maxim ABC, always be careful. Tell us, what does internet safety mean to you?
I think it means the basic things like not giving your password away by using passwords that can't easily be guessed. I think it also means using filters that your internet provider can help you with to make sure that your kids don't access material. Ultimately, though, I think it's about making sure that you don't access material that is harmful or violent or dangerous or leads you into unnecessary controversy.
So how can we protect children from the bad effects of the internet?
Well, we've all seen the good side of the internet in the pandemic. My kids lived and had their friendships groups there, and that was fantastic to see them laughing when they couldn't possibly go out. But the bad side of it is that there's recent government estimates that over 25% of under 10s have seen pornography, and it's just everywhere. So the first thing to do is make sure that you can't just get that stuff through your current internet configuration at home if you're wanting to protect your own children. Secondly, children will find ways around that and embed things in things and send stuff via social media. So the next most honest thing you can do is try and keep the lines of communication open. Children will lie, children will tell you what's not going on, but unless they really trust you, you're not going to find what's really going on. And when something nasty happens, they will really, really need you to be there. So understanding that you are there and just talking regularly about what's going on. And the third thing I think is about online bullying and sexting and sending pictures of another person to humiliate them. I think the most important thing to do is to help your children be sure that that is a bad thing to do, that humiliating other people in their class for the benefit of your relationship with your friends is not the way to go, and to give them strength to resist that. It's bullying using the internet, but it's absolutely corrosive. So helping them stand up as young people you can be proud of from that, and that comes from the way you are with your family.
Peter, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
God bless everyone.
Tell us, what does internet safety mean to you?
Internet safety, it's about, as it says, about being safe on the internet. The internet's an open space, it's a portal, world to everything, to everyone, everything. If you don't take measures and be safe with it and stay secure, then people can get you and people can steal your intellectual property, your money, your identification, your personality. So you've got to be aware that, you've got to be, I think you've got to have your attention on what's out there,
So how can one protect their children from the bad people?
I think education, teaching people the risks of the internet, because it's, like I say, it's an open world, isn't it? Kids as young as 3, 4, 5, whatever, 6 can easily access anything they want, any time. So that's the problem. It's smart. It's intelligent to educate them as early as possible.
What message would you give to the world, Charlie?
About
internet safety.
Internet safety. Be aware of it and communicate with each other. Don't assume. Don't think you know everything, because there's always something to learn. The world is a dangerous place. It's also a nice place too. But there's dangers around every corner. And online is 1,000 avenues and corners and cul-de-sacs, and you can end up down any one of them any time.
Charlie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Nice one.
Tell us, what does internet security mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, right from the early days of the internet, I remember, I think I read it somewhere, that if you went online with your computer and you didn't have any internet security, you would just get, hacked or some kind of virus would be sent your way. So it always sort of alerts me to the fact that I needed to have some kind of security on my phone, my computer, pretty much every electronic device that I have that's connected to the internet. Because if you don't, you've got certain people out there who have software, malware that will cripple your device. So it's really important to be aware of the dangers and to have the correct security software to combat it.
How can one protect children from the bad effects of the internet?
Yeah, again, a lot of that is it's a tricky thing to do, because if you want to protect your children, then you have to censor what they watch online, and children are naturally inquisitive, so they'll find ways and means to find material that they probably shouldn't be watching, and unfortunately we have people on the internet who seek out children for their own gratification, whatever it would be, sexual or whatever kind of devious behaviour that they're up to, and they will seek out and exploit the vulnerabilities in our phones and our computers when children are online. So like I say, it's a fine line between giving your child the freedom to maybe do their homework and educational stuff and leisure stuff, and making sure that they're not exploited by these criminals online, and unfortunately, if you go too hard on not giving them the freedom, then they will naturally seek these things out. So there isn't really a way of doing it. You just have to talk to your child and tell them about the dangers, and hopefully they'll come to a conclusion that they won't seek out this sort of stuff.
So what message would you give to the world, Tom?
Yeah, I think if you're a parent and you're worried about your child's online safety, there are organisations out there that can help. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head. I mean, charities like Childline, they can give you advice on how to protect your children online.
Tom, as always, you're brilliant. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sanjay.